Oh, look, there's a little shark. Look at that. That's so sick.
Wow.
Anyway,
going back to this game here, folks. Yeah. Yeah, it's really late now. It's like 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. You know.
Well, we actually do have just a lot of fun doing this. Like, that's I think the most important part is you can't get too serious about this stuff. You just gotta have a little bit of fun.
That's right, man.
There's sharks on Chikuris. You gotta know about that.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
hey.
Like,
I mean, don't go swimming in those waters, man. Or else you'll be on Discovery on Shark Week, man. It'd just be a bad day.
Absolutely. We're seeing a huge army come out by BadMofo here, but it's kind of separate here. Oh, he misclicked with a little group here. He's gonna get completely torched by the siege tank line.
But I mean, he's got two upgrades. He's working on the third, but there's no medevacs.
Yeah, he actually has a very, very low medevac count. I don't know. I guess he spent probably too much time building Vikings and Banshees here because he has a very, very low medevac count, and that's actually not going to help him at all. Because he does need a substantial amount of medevacs. Ooh, but he did put an offensive sensor tower here to spot these bases to see the timings on these extra expos, which I think is very, very smart. I've never even seen pro players do this. This is actually very, very creative play that we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think it's kind of a... I think it's funny because it's like, our sensor towers are touching, like right there in the middle, right by the tower. No, I'm gonna cross into your territory, man.
Yeah, actually, that's interesting because Panda can see that a sensor tower went up here. Like, actually, if you go to his vision, he sees, like, you can see if your opponent has sensor towers by the big circle.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does see there's a circle, and it's not somewhere where he built a sensor tower. It's really close to his base, so he probably should do something about that. But he just did not.
Man, no, just more tanks.
Yeah, just build more tanks. It's actually fine.
It's like more cowbell. He's like more tanks.
If you make more tanks, it's actually gonna be completely fine.
He's like more mech, more cowbell, more tech. That's right, more mech tech, whatever. But yeah, he still seriously needs to get some more upgrades on this. I mean,
right, we are seeing like no upgrades whatsoever coming out of Panda here. I mean, he's pretty bad about this considering Mo is so aggressively upgrading. I mean, we're seeing weapons level 3 is almost done, and he's about 25% done with armor. I mean, he's gonna again have this sick 200 bio army that's gonna be able to crush through a lot of unupgraded siege tanks, man. If there's no buffer zone there, it's actually going to be able to do so much damage.
Yeah, but just to let you know, though, that there's this little medevac at the top of the map. It's so hard to see on the mini-map because it's, like, streaming along. I mean, he's got two Hellions in there, and it's so funny. Like, this Viking's got to be, like, blind. I don't... like, he keeps on missing this one medevac, and the one medevac...
He's gotta actually be so pissed about that. He's like, damn it, I know it's out here. All I see is sharks in the water. Where's the medevac?
He's like, I just wanted to be a marine biologist, and I got stuck with this crappy job being a freaking patrolman, being a Viking. Like, what's wrong with me, man? But, dude, we see a huge group of Banshees going to be moving across the map.
You do see BadMofo has dropped a bunch of units at the high ground here on the very north side. He will be shutting down this base entirely, but it's all Marauders, so he can't actually hit anything in the air. He will be catching all these extra command centers that are building. Is he going to be able to see those? No, it looks like he's just going to engage directly down, which I don't agree with. Ooh, definitely should not be engaged. Take out these command centers and run away, man. What is he doing running down this ramp? Oh, this is so bad.
He lost a lot of units there, but unfortunately, he was getting attacked by all of these group of Banshees, like, at his natural. And unfortunately, I mean, we could see that... gfGPanda is actually taking the full and complete right side of the map now. I mean, he's got all of this stuff just like working it for him, and unfortunately, with just these little harasses by these Banshees, it's just that he's kind of picking away at BadMofo and his macro game, and just
right. He has prevented Mo from taking most of these expansions pretty easily, and he does have a huge advantage. I mean, these Banshees are actually so sick. Like he's got 2 ports constantly churning these out, and they're actually going to do so much damage to ground if there's not enough to stop him here. So
Completely agree. And right now, I mean, even with all the Vikings that he has, he's got air dominance as well. So any type of medevac is just going to be completely annihilated. But now he's going to be trying to get these 2 Banshees out of his natural base, but they get away unscathed.
Ooh,
but
get away.
where are they going? Doesn't.
Ooh, he's a little bit of miss micro here. I don't think he should still be trying to push in here.
I think he really wants to get rid of that sensor tower,
yeah,
so he can
for
do more
some reason
drops.
he really wants to. Yeah,
He wants to do it with this one medevac that we cannot see.
yeah, yeah. Clear up, so he can drop again with those blue flame Hellions that are actually. I mean, I wish we could click on these Hellions and see how much kills they have, because these are the same Hellions that keep bouncing in and out of this base, so they probably have so many freaking SCV kills at this point.
Let's take a look at the workers kill count.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, it's 28.
It is dramatically in the favor of gfGPanda here. Even the food count is, you know, he's just been commandingly ahead in bases, in workers, and in harassment. That, you know, Mo kind of being on the back foot here kind of doesn't really know how he can engage this huge siege tank line, and it's really, really unsafe to do that right now.
Oh my gosh, is he going to be engaging right now against all of these siege tanks?
Bio army come in.
Oh, he does have 3-3 upgrades, but unfortunately the Hellions are going to be pushing in and going to be buffering as much as they can for the tanks to just try to bait in that Marine Marauder army, and just completely going to be in gfGPanda's favor. But my only question about this is that when you go to Costco, do you see this many command centers up at the north? Like, honestly, like, is this like a 4-pack of command centers? Like, you know, I decided to go for that, you know, expansion build. You know, I went to Costco and picked up all of these command centers. But
well, you know, they are really cheap at Costco. They sell them in bulk. You know, you can get a bunch of them. They build up energy at the Costco, so you can just take them home and drop mules. It's beautiful.
Oh man, that's right, dude. I want to get a cooler filled with command centers, man. I got icy cold mules ready to go, baby. That's right.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. I mean, I guess he's going for this, like, kind of. We saw this a little bit in the past, but it kind of got phased. Late game errands, especially in TVT, you can get away with actually just making way too many command centers, sacking most of your SCVs to free up supply for your mech army, and then mining strictly minerals with mules, and you actually build up so much energy that it's sustainable to do that for a while, and you actually make more money than if you had the equivalent in SCVs. It's completely ridiculous, but it actually works out very, very well.
I think you're right. I think he just sacked like a bunch of SCVs to BadMofo's army to free up supply.
Absolutely did. I mean, he's been pretty active about that. He does have a lot of idle SCVs too, though. Like, he definitely should be getting rid of all of those. Just sending them towards that Thor, man, because he'll just clean house. But we're gonna see a continual, you know. Oh, here comes. Oh, the Banshees are still out here, still cruising around, doing some damage.
Yeah, pretty much they're just gonna be hanging out, you know. But I mean, look at these pack. I mean, this pack of Banshees. You know, the fact that they can catch his army completely out of the wake. Oh, he gets to take out the Thor. Oh man.
That's tremendously bad for BadMofo. Actually, that Thor was a very good call by him, because if you can send that Thor in first, he'll actually suck up a lot of the splash damage from those tanks, and then you can stim in with your bio army. So the Thor is actually going to be completely sacrificial for an engagement. The issue is, like, obviously target firing that Thor, now he just has pure bio with very few medevacs, and it's actually not going to be good at all.
I know. It's right now I'm feeling the pain of the Marauder now. He should just be a martyr in this game, because honestly, like,
Martyr-rodder?
Martyr. We just created a new word, dude. High five, dude.
Internet high fives.
Yeah, dude. Internet high fives. Hell yeah, dude. So, honestly, I just don't. I mean, look at he's just sacrificing these SCVs.
Yeah,
SCVs are just like, oh, dude.
He's sending these into the army.
Yeah, because, you know, he got this 4-pack of, like, orbital command centers. He could drop all the mules he wants to.
Absolutely. We even see, like, this top base is entirely mining with mules, so it's exactly what I was talking about. He's actually, if we look at the income tab, he's actually making sick money off of this, and it's very, very viable to do this, actually. Like, all you need is enough SCVs to fill your gases, and, you know, obviously you need, I would say 40 SCVs to maintain a an economy if things go bad, but you really actually can use a crap ton of orbitals and just make mules out of these orbitals. But we are going to see an engagement here in the center.
Oh, but he doesn't have any vision. He's losing all of these Marines.
Oh, he does not have, he's not scanning, he doesn't have a detector. Oh, he's going to lose all of these Marines, and these Marauders are just going to be easy pickings for all of these Banshees that have been just doing so much damage. I mean, this high Banshee aggression has been paying off so well. We do see a huge drop at the bottom here, though, by BadMofo. But it's actually going to get cleaned up so quickly by this mass amount of Banshees.
Yeah, and the fact that he just doesn't have... I mean, honestly, if he started just getting a few Vikings, like just instead of building medevacs and just had Vikings, he could really do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, but the issue being, I think, if Panda, obviously he has a lot more starports, so he can ramp up his Viking production, and then if you lose the air battle, then the game's
Yeah, because look at this. He's got 4 starports right in the center of the map with 4. Look at this. It's 4-packs. It's like 4-pack Sunday, dude. Seriously, like.
Yeah.
Costco's is like on that sale for you know, freaking 4 packs of Terran buildings. Seriously.
Absolutely. These Banshees are actually, this is like almost critical mass of Banshees. There's not a whole lot I think that Mo's gonna be able to do against all these Banshees. He's just gonna be able to clean house here. They actually do so much damage. It's 12 damage for 2 at a time, so you're actually doing 24 damage to ground. It's actually so sick.
That is pretty rough, and you know what though? It's just the fact that they're not even upgraded. It's really a slap in the face.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, he's been controlling this game. You know, we saw a lot of very good aggression by BadMofo in the last game, but all of that kind of fell apart when the harassment started. He couldn't focus on continually being aggressive and also defending all of these Hellion drops and Banshee plays and stuff like that. So, you know, it's pretty bad situation to be in if you're BadMofo right now. I mean, there's just too much. He's been mining on all kind of bases for way too long. He's been dropping mules all over the place, and if you have a bio army, like, you just can't engage in a direct fight.
Yeah, you got to be really in the harass mode. I mean, we see that BadMofo throws up the GG white flag, sacrifices.
He threw up the GG before he even pushed in. He just knew that there was no way that small army was going to be able to take out a tremendous amount of siege tanks. If we look, he had, how many siege? 19 siege tanks. Yeah, there's no way you're breaking that line, man. That's actually over.
Yeah,
but he definitely should have been a lot more active. He had enough medevacs, so he could have been dropping all over the place and kind of like pulling apart this army and just like trying to take damage and wins where he could, because he can't ever win in a direct engagement. That he actually had to pick apart his opponent from an economic standpoint primarily, and not let him get 4 bases quickly, not let him start mining with all these mules. You know, you have to be really active about stopping this kind of stuff, otherwise we just see exactly what we saw. He can sit with his front line of siege tanks, be completely safe, and then send his air units out to wreak havoc. If he loses, it doesn't really matter because he's still safe at home, and there's actually not going to be a whole lot that you can do against that.
Yeah, definitely. We really appreciate these 2 Titan players coming out and playing in the Killshot tournament, and we see that gfGPanda is going to be advancing into the semifinals, and BadMofo is going to have to take the walk of shame. But honestly,
but yeah, we actually do have 4 Terrans in our semifinals, so we're going to be watching a lot more TVT coming out.
Yes.
A lot of TVTs and a lot of, we have some very good players actually that are in this tournament. You know, we have some high platinum / flirting with diamond players that are gonna be, you know, it's pretty much even. There's not gonna be any more one-sided matches. These players are really gonna be like very close matches. We're gonna see probably some extremely long TVTs.
Yeah, so, you know, get your Terran caps, folks, because we're going to have some awesomeness going on in the semifinals and the finals, so bring your Terran notepads and definitely take notes.
But we will be casting those live on October 1st at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so please join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a lot of messing around on the stream before and after, so please join us for that. That's going to be awesome, and you can follow me on Twitter at TRKaleido.
Yes, and the stream is going to be twitch.com/KillshotStarcraft. So definitely check that out on the stream for the semifinals. Also, you know, bring popcorn, bring your friends, you know, and we also like to appreciate our sponsors. That's right, NerdReactor.com, one of the great nerd sites out there. You know, movies, anime, all that fun stuff that geeks love, video games, especially StarCraft stuff. So definitely check them out. And once again, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll check you guys next time. And that'll be in the semifinals live. Peace.